My experience with Nier Automata. In terms of performance, it's been negative. Like, the drivers that I run with it, the 17 point whatever drivers for AMD, they all seem to cause the game to crash after a while. They just crash at random moments. It could crash immediately, whatever. But the only driver that seems to work with it is 16.9.2, something like that. The problem with me installing that driver is I can't use AMD Relive to record my gameplay. So I'm forced to use the 17 point whatever drivers just to use AMD Relive, which is like Nvidia Shadowplay. But for some reason this game, because of how action adventure games, it's my favorite genre, action adventure games, and the fact that this is an action adventure RPG game makes it even better. And the fact that it's a platinum game as well, I just love it. I'm willing to play the game even though I get random crashes with it. I'm willing to play it with all those faults because the gameplay is so good. The environment is good. It's just a different game. It's not predictable. You know, I really enjoy this game. This is one of the few games where I actually will put up with the bullshit with the performance and go along and just enjoy the ride for as long as I can with the random crashes. And I am actually glad I bought this game over Mass Effect Andromeda when they fixed most of the bugs with it and stuff. But you know, besides the random crashes I've had with the game, the frame rate and everything, even though it's locked at 60, it's still pretty good, and the textures are very muddy except for the character models, especially your main characters obviously. But like the rocks and stuff do look a bit, it looks like an up-res PS3 game or something. Except for your main characters like 9S and 2B. They look so-called next gen. They look pretty good. Especially the running animation, the fluidity of the combat. It's all good. And I'm one of the fans of the last Nier games. Even though I didn't know half the shit that was going on, I still enjoyed it. And I'm enjoying this even better. Thanks to Platinum Game, man. So I'm just very glad this game came out for PC as well, and I didn't need to wait and buy it for PS4 or anything like that. I'm very grateful. That's why this game is very important. You know, like if this game was to sell well, it would show like the Japanese companies and the developers that PC do want these kind of games as well, and not just consoles. Even though I know in Japan it's mainly consoles over there. Their market is mostly consoles, right? Especially Sony. So this game is very important, man. I really want it to do well. And I knew the fact that it was a platinum game, that it wouldn't really perform too well with certain systems. Apparently there's a problem with the resolution. I didn't even notice that, but apparently there is. But like I said, my only problem is the random crashes. Even though it's a huge problem, I still don't mind it for this game. Sometimes it'll crash after a couple minutes, sometimes it will crash after a couple hours. It is random. But Nier Automata is worth my time, that's for sure. I'm still playing it. I haven't even beat the game completely yet, but from what I'm playing, it's pretty great. And I'm gonna play it. This is one of the few games where I'm looking forward to playing it again, like do a second or third playthrough. It's worth it because you get the optional endings and stuff. Well, or you get the different character endings and whatever they call it. It's just got multiple endings. Some of the endings you can get from the very beginning of the game, but they're kind of like joke endings. But yeah, Nier Automata. It's a very important game for us, guys. I believe if you're into these kind of games, Japanese action games, Japanese games in general need to be supported for PC, you know, so that they realize we want it. We want to have them. We want to pay for them. Just like Dragon's Dogma, that did very well, and that game was like 5-6 years old until it came out for PC, and it's done pretty well. So we need to show these developers that we do want these games. So yeah, that's Nier Automata. I love the game, man.